Mary, the Ark of the New Covenant, the spotless vessel brought into this world to carry Jesus, the spotless victim, into this world. Mary was and is the one and only non-divine incarnate person to be free from original sin at the very instant that she was conceived. Free from the constraints of sin, she has made visits to the faithful not to add to the gospel, but to affirm it, and to guide the church to Jesus Christ. She has appeared to many people of many cultures, and oftentimes in those visits, there were references to her Immaculate Conception. The Immaculate Conception of Mary has been depicted countless times in artwork, and many have been inspired to holiness through this imagery. Currently, we live in a culture that desperately needs these types of images, these tangible reminders of the promise of heaven. With our country in the midst of civil unrest, many statues and monuments have been defaced or destroyed. It began with the removal of Confederate leaders. Then the movement of people rooted in socialist and Marxist ideals went after secular figures such as Christopher Columbus. When they made his statue in Baltimore take a swim in the sea, it still didn't satisfy them. Their next target became the Founding Fathers. There can be open debate about the merits of these actions and ambitions. However, this eventually evolved into a mission to topple religious statuary and artwork. They succeeded in attacking statues of Saint Junipero Serra in San Francisco, Ventura, and Los Angeles, California. The reason given for this recent onslaught of iconoclasm was that the figures depicted were symbols of racism, oppression, and white supremacy. There was the following statement by activist Sean King: "All murals and stained glass windows of white Jesus and his European mother and their white friends should also come down. They are a gross form of white supremacy, created as tools of oppression, racist propaganda." This statement is a woeful misunderstanding of Christian piety. The model of the Blessed Virgin is something to aspire to. She is a spiritual mother to all people. The Bishop of Madison, Wisconsin, had an eloquent response. In the Catholic Church, every culture, country, ethnicity, and race has claimed Jesus and the Blessed Virgin Mary as their own. Our Lady of Guadalupe appeared to Saint Juan Diego as a Mazita. African art depicts Jesus as black. Asian depictions of the Blessed Mother, too, take on similarities of both bodily appearance and often cultural garb. In this context, are white representations of Christ and his mother inherently signs of white supremacy? I think not. Because the Son of God became incarnate in our human flesh, does not all humanity, every race, tribe, and tongue, have the spiritual ability to depict him through the particular lens of their own culture? The Blessed Mother and Jesus are widely embraced by many cultures. Is it possible that this is because they represent the dignity and love for mankind? Isn't it problematic to complain about the Caucasian colors used to depict their skin tones? What would happen if someone publicly condemned Our Lady of Guadalupe's complexion? Shouldn't we want more images of people who truly love others? Yes, we should. And we should strive to protect the ones that already exist. Iconoclasm is oftentimes defined as the rejection or destruction of religious images. but it is done with a larger goal in mind: to destroy cherished beliefs, institutions, and values. The people who are calling for the removal of religious imagery are the same people calling for the nuclear family to be dissolved and for God to be forgotten. We must defend the things that are of God because we have a covenant with God. Our best shield against the volley of societal arrows is personal holiness. None of us were immaculately conceived, but like Mary, we can still carry Jesus to a world that needs it.